Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today you are in my office again, where we are going to discuss how I actually plan Thanksgiving. Now, if you've been following my Thanksgiving series, I talked about Thanksgiving desserts, Thanksgiving sides, how to prepare your home for Thanksgiving, things like that. And today I'm going to show you how I actually plan Thanksgiving and how I would even plan it if I was hosting it. So I have never personally hosted a Thanksgiving. So if you have, and you have really great advice and tips for all of the people who are watching this, please leave it down below. It's definitely something that I think all the moms need to know about and need the most help with all the way around. Not just moms, but anyone who's hosting. So if you have hosted Thanksgiving before and you have really good, helpful tips, please leave them in the description box below. But this is how I plan Thanksgiving as far as going to it, planning out budget, all of those things. And so if you are interested, please continue watching, and I thank you so much for coming back to my channel, and welcome if you are new. So yeah, let's get into this, okay? So I am going to show you this planner. This planner I have talked about many times before, and I will link that planner video somewhere to where you can get and watch how I actually plan using this planner. But I created the inserts and the layout myself. I never created the inserts, I'm sorry. I planned out the layout of this myself using inserts from Day Designer and Amazon. So there's that. This is actually from Amazon, and this is what I usually use for my weekly spread. It has got all the things that you need to know, like the task list, your date, errands, expenses, phone calls, shopping. And then on the back, it actually has plans and notes. So what I like to do is, for the month of November, in the very beginning, will write out every single thing that I need to do to prepare for Thanksgiving. Now, I talk about work because I am an entrepreneur, so I do need to plan out my work. So that way, by the time that I reach Thanksgiving, I feel very set up and secure with how my job is, and I get all my clients scheduled early so that way they can enjoy their Thanksgiving, I can enjoy the Thanksgiving, and we don't have to feel rushed. On both ends of the spectrum for that, as well as YouTube, planning out YouTube things. So I have to really schedule and plan accordingly whenever it comes to Thanksgiving and how I am going to plan out work and all of those things. I also am in school, and so I like to even write out school items that I need to get done. So that's something that's really exciting. So with all of that, I write out everything I need to do for the holidays, specifically obviously Thanksgiving. So I'll write down like what I'm bringing. So I am actually bringing this year a dessert item, which I'm going to be making a apple strudel. So that is one of the things I will be bringing, is apple strudel. And then I will also be making a cheese and cracker appetizer. I guess kind of like a charcuterie board. That's what I'm bringing to one of the other Thanksgivings. So I will write that down there. I will write down the time because we actually have 2 Thanksgivings, which is why I'm bringing one item to one thing and one item to the other. So I will write down the times, as well as, so then I will also write down times that I need to know on here, as well as any errands that I need to run ahead of time that I need to get done, like getting gas, groceries. Now when it comes to groceries, we actually try to plan to have our groceries, so our budget for groceries is what we budget for Thanksgiving meals and stuff like that. So whenever I go to the grocery store, like right now, I have already gone to the grocery store for this week, next week, and possibly the following week, our groceries. So I most likely won't be needing groceries, maybe just like some milk and stuff like that, but I will put that on there. And I'll also write my list, so my grocery list for Thanksgiving, I will actually put on the back here because there's room and I can have it all on one sheet. So that way on the day of Thanksgiving or even the day before Thanksgiving, that whole week, I can pretty much see what I need to be doing. I will also write down any expenses that I have, either business related, personal related. And then I will write down to call people to tell them happy Thanksgiving, or to make sure that I can call the hostess, whoever is hosting Thanksgiving this year, and ask them to make sure that I have got all the things made that they need, because I do love to cook, and so I will make more items if they need it, but I will always check with them just to make sure that everything is okay, that the time is still good, and all of that stuff. I will also write down the location and plan out like how far that is and when we need to leave and all of that. I will have all of that listed. I will also list out what I'm wearing, what I think would be comfortable to wear for Thanksgiving, all of that. And then again, I will write out my shopping list. So if you guys can see right down here, it actually has an option for shopping. That is where I will write down my shopping list or any other shopping to-dos that I need to get done for that week. And so I will write that down as well. And then, yeah, that's pretty much how I plan Thanksgiving. It's not anything super crazy, but it does allow me to organize my mind. Now, if I was hosting Thanksgiving and all of that, I would be doing the tips that I mentioned in preparing my home, like cleaning out my fridge, making sure that even my like space and kitchen are clean, and making sure that my bathrooms are clean. I would not clean the floors because the floors are going to get dirty, or at least in my family it does, because people are tracking their mud and tracking the dirt and dust throughout everything. So I don't clean the carpets or the floors, or I mainly just clean the kitchen counters because that's where people are going to be. I clean the fridge because there's supposed to be a lot of stuff that needs to be fitting in there. I will clean my oven, and I will clean the table where we're going to eat. So those are the things that I would clean before I actually had people come over, just because those are like the main, oh, and the bathrooms, because those are the main areas that people are going to be at. They're going to be using the bathroom. They're going to be eating at the table. We're going to be using the kitchen. I will be using the kitchen. They will be using the kitchen. The oven needs to be cleaned because I don't want anything to be burnt or crusted on or anything like that. Need to clean the stove. Make sure that that's good to go. Clean the fridge, and then clean the bathrooms. So we'll do a quick sweep or run the Roomba beforehand, because that is the one way that I can make sure that the floors are like dusted in a way, like where they're clean, but they aren't so clean to where then I would be upset if it got messed up. Does that make sense? So that is what I would do before people actually came, and it has little spots where I would then just check it off or scratch it off as I do it. But I would do 1 or 2 tasks either that week, or I would do it after I got off work on Wednesday. So that's what I would do. Again, I would put in school, I would put in work, I would put in any personal items like I mentioned here. So all that stuff I would write out on one piece of paper. This just keeps everything organized, allows me to be able to see everything I need to know for that week and at one place, and allows everything to stay organized and allows me to have the peace and the ease of mind. I'm going to link for you that other video that I made on how to prepare your home, because I mentioned a lot of things like don't forget about your children, to play with them while you're cooking, start early, how to store foods properly, things like that. And I also have a podcast where I talk about food safety and how to make sure that I and you stay safe during the holidays whenever it comes to food and Thanksgiving. No scientific standpoint, because I actually know what I'm talking about, because I'm a food scientist and a food safety expert. So there's that. And if you guys have any questions, let me know. I also will link down my Wellness Nerd podcast, which is where I talk about all things Thanksgiving turkey related and why it makes you tired, and then also how long to defrost your turkey and how long to cook it. So if all that sounds of interest to you, I will leave all those links down below for you to see. And yeah, that's it. Thank you so much, guys, for coming to this video. Like and subscribe if you're interested in more.